Hi guys, welcome to my haul video. Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. Haul video. I have been spending money, which was naughty, maybe not. Um, Sorry. And I treated myself to a few books and a few little things. And obviously, as you saw from the last video, I bought this mug. So very happy. I bought a load of decks. No, I didn't. No, I bought a load of books. But so let's make a start. So this was the first thing on my haul. Basically, it apparently is jade honey beads. However, I suspect these are glass beads painted yellow. But I liked it nonetheless. I thought it was very cheerful. So that's something that I recently bought. And by recently, I mean these all I bought, they arrived on Friday at work for a delivery, and then I went out Saturday. So I bought Occult London by Merlin Coverley, and this basically is what it says. It takes you through the history of a small history, but with loads of references and other books and websites. It's glorious for additional reading. On the occult of London through the Elizabethan age, it looks at Dr. John Dee, Aleister Crowley, the Golden Dawn. I mentioned Golden Dawn on the website, it doesn't on the back. No. So yeah, and I started reading it last night, and so far I'm quite enjoying myself. It's very enjoyable. And at the back of the book, it has walks that you can take in London. Of various interesting places of interest for occult. So very, very good. I got most of this from The Works. I will try to tell you where I got it. The Works. I also got Lessons from the 12 Archangels, and this is by Belinda J. Womack. And I haven't started reading this. However, Belinda has been a believer in angels until the age of 12. And she was a believer in them until she was 12. Then she became a scientist. And then the angels were like, no. And she came back to their fold. And the book includes visualizations, accessing the healing power of the chakras, and so much more. And she sounds like a cool chick, and she looks awesome. Not that obviously we should ever judge someone's work on how they look, but she looks cool. And I like the front cover. Don't judge a book by front cover, but it helps picking it up off the shelf. Again, The Works, I had it delivered, so. And, yes, new book smell. So, don't know what it's about. Well, I don't know what it's like. Of course I know what it's about. The next book we have is The Impossible Zoo, which is an encyclopedia of the fabulous beasts and mythological monsters. And yeah, it's just letting you know on the back that, these aren't real. And I was like, it says you. But it is literally, as it is an encyclopedia. I used to use my encyclopedia before the internet, kids. Yes. To do homework. If we had to look up a subject, I'd go to my encyclopedia that we had. It was massive, and look through it. So, anyway. And I used to copy most of it out, and my teacher would always, I didn't even try to change it. But let me try and open the book. It's not really been opened yet, to give you an idea, just in case you're unfamiliar with what an encyclopedia looks like. And I don't mean that in a condescending way, even though I did just say kids. I didn't mean it in a horrible way. So yeah, Kraken, obviously, Kelpie. There's so many that obviously I have heard of. There is some that I haven't. So I am very, very excited to look at this one, especially the one that says cock talking. That could be problematic. I'm pretty sure it already does. So there we go, The Impossible Zoo. Very excited about that one. Practical Mindfulness. I have several books on mindfulness. I also am writing about mindfulness along with other things for my own mental health, and it's going well. I really like this one because it is so vibrant, but I won't bore you with it too much. But I love mindfulness. And then these two I'm very excited to have, but they're not quite what I thought they were, but I didn't pay a lot for them, so I'm not going to send them back. So we have Moon Wisdom, and it goes through the moon in each star sign, so Aquarius, and all that. And then it has a bit at the back about the phases. So I did think it'd be a bit more phases. However, I haven't actually started to read it, so it may very well be what I thought it would be, but the titles don't suggest to me what I thought it was. But that's my fault, not the book's fault. And that front cover is amazing. What do we have next? And then we have Working with Spirit Guides. How to connect with angels, fairies, and power animals. Again, I thought this was going to be a little something different, but originally retails at $12.99. I did not pay that, and it talks of, as it says, it talks of, you know, shamanic healing, the world tree, fairy tokens, landscape divas, water fairies. Ooh, that's not. I don't know. I'm no good at cameras, but there you go. So I'm interested to read it. I'm going to keep an open mind. Again, not quite what I thought it was, but never mind. And then also, because it was £4 from the works, everything so far is from the works, and I couldn't say no because it's cards. I can never say no to cards. It is the Fairy Tale Fortune Cards by Liz Dean. I love Liz Dean. So I know this is based on the Lenormand. I haven't learnt the Lenormand. I think it takes a lot of effort and practice and dedication. And I use that with my tarot at the moment. I don't feel I have time for it. However, if I take out the Woman and the Man card, I have a mini oracle deck. So that's how I'm probably going to roll. I won't go through them, but just to give you an idea, the cardstock is really thin. Yeah, that's a shit card anyway. So I'm quite happy to take them out. But there you go. So, and this is published by Chico Books. Pretty sure it's the same one as Liz Dean does use, because I have another one of her decks, 52 Ways to Love or something like that, and this comes in a box like this. So very happy. And then next we get down to just little things. I got her from the works. She was £1. She came in a little bag, and I had her delivered, and I was like, I just want a little fairy to go on the altar. She's not quite how I would imagine a fairy, but she's close enough for now, and she's really well done. And then when I went into the works yesterday, I found another little bag, and this one says Lucky Elephant. It's like I'm collecting little bags. And I was gutted when I went out yesterday, because I went to TK Maxx where I got my mug, and I had a Ganesh statue. That's where I got my last Ganesh statue, and it was wooden, and it was gorgeous, and it was reduced to £5 because he was missing an arm, and it was like clean chopped off, and I was just like, no, I couldn't like stare at that knowing, and I don't mean no disrespect to TK Maxx, but I'm not paying £5 for damaged goods. If it was 50p, I would have bought it and made do, or I would have got like a little boxing glove made and tried to put it on his arm or something, but for £5, that's damaged goods. But there you go. So I have a little, it says Lucky Elephant. I just think he's a pretty elephant. So I'm obsessed with these little bags from the works. You can go back in. And I also picked up, I have a thing about makeup bags and pencil cases for decks, because I think they're quite cheap. They can be quite cheap alternatives. And I got this one. Amazing. And I'm hoping it will fit my Akashic Tarot in it, but I haven't put it in there yet. So I am pleased. She was £1. I think she's gorgeous. And then we are down to the final two. And while I was there, they had a little treasure chest for £2. This is in the craft section, so you paint it and make it your own. I'm like, no, it's a wooden box. I had a deck in mind for such box, and it fits. Ooh. So there you go. I got a cheap wooden box to keep my Rider-Waite Smith in. Very pleased with that. And then finally, and I got my Tai Chi cards. I'll just quickly show you them in case you don't watch the video. I got these. And then finally, the piece de resistance, the most expensive thing I bought, but not by much. Are you ready for the goddess? Yes, you are. Look at this. It is amazing. And it is red velvet on the inside. It has a little bookmark, and the pages have got pressed flowers in them. I have seen these on Etsy, I've seen them on eBay, I've seen them everywhere. However, this was in my local tarot shop, and I love to support them. And they had these ones and 3 smaller ones. And I did like the small ones, and they said people have been buying a lot of the small ones because of carrying them around. As I could carry this one around, it will be fine. And the man was like, "Oh, it'd make a good book of shadows." I was like, "I've got a book of shadows." My husband suggested it would make a good book like Grimm. It's like, yeah, but I don't know any Vesson. So I don't know, and I there is a curse of buying pretty notebooks and not using them, and I have a feeling she may fall into that. But I don't know. I want to use her. I think she's beautiful, but it does feel like something special to me and powerful should go in here. So I'll have to keep you posted on that, but I love it. I absolutely love it. So that is just 11 minutes of me showing off my consumerism. But yeah, I try not to buy too much, but I kind of just did. It happens now and again. I have a terrible relationship with money. I don't like spending it, and when I do spend it, I feel guilty about spending it. However, I work about 40 hours a week. I'm up at 6:30. I'm not home until 6, 6:30. Monday to Friday. Woe is me, I know. But I'm saying I work hard for my money, and when all my bills are paid, the dog's taken care of, I've got food in the cupboards, I've got everything. And then I've put money in savings, that leftover money is mine, and I still feel guilty. Terrible. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day or weekend, whenever you end up watching the video, if you do. But yeah. I will be back next week because I actually have a March favourites video. I actually have favourites for March. I'm very pleased. Until then, much love, and I'll see you soon.